Namaste. This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any diseases or disorders. The advice and methods in this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have a serious issue. And if a Chod practice doesn't feel right to you, please do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing, so discretion is advised. By watching and or participating in this presentation, you understand that results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from the practices and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir. I'd like to say namaste to Jamie, who is joining right now. And thank you so very much for joining us for our Friday Puja and Satsang tonight. I'll be sharing with you a Tibetan Chod practice dedicated to the Dakini Vajrayogini, who we have in our Tanka image here. And it's shared for both personal and collective healing of body, mind, and spirit. Before we begin, I'd like to start with a couple of announcements. So first, on Tuesday is part 24 of our Kali for Everyone series, and I'll be sharing with you a puja and satsang to the goddess Siddhi Kali. And then a week from today, Friday, part 47 of our 64 Yogini series, a puja and satsang to the Yogini and also goddess Uma, form of Ma Parvati. Welcome and namaste. Anybody else who happens to be tuning in live right now, please feel free to say hello using the chat function on your bottom of the screen. Also, I want to thank everybody for your patience because I was having some trouble getting the broadcast to launch. It seems to be working perfectly fine now. So this presentation will be an adaptation of a traditional Tibetan Chod practice dedicated to the feminine Buddha, Vajrayogini. It is being offered as a guided sound meditation for healing of body, mind, and spirit on a personal and collective level. The liturgy I'll be using is the essence drop of the heart of the Dakini Chod practice. For anyone new to this series who wants to learn more about Chod practice, I invite you to watch some of the previous recorded installments of our Chod practice series that are available on this channel. Tonight's practice is going to take place in the following stages. I'm going to begin with a simple Vajrayogini puja to help set the mood for the practice by establishing sacred space. I will then invite you to lay down in Shavasana, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. You can also do this meditation as a seated meditation as well, if that's more comfortable for you. I will give you the opportunity to think about and choose a personal issue that needs healing or resolution at this time in your life. And if you wish, you'll also be given the opportunity to visualize your issue as a living being, that is, as a personal demon to feed in the course of this meditation. There's nothing else for you to do. Just simply open your receptivity and allow the words, chants, and melodies to guide your consciousness to where it needs to be at this moment. Each section of the Chod practice will be sung in English and accompanied by traditional instruments. These include the thigh bone trumpet, also known as the kangling, the Tibetan temple drum, and the shang bell. I have modified some of the wording of this practice to better facilitate visualization. And I want to also reiterate that there's no right or wrong way to experience this practice. What you experience will be unique for each individual and really what you need at this moment. The first sections of our practice are the refuge, which is the calling of divine forces, and the bodhicitta, establishing an intention to establish divine enlightened consciousness for the purpose of relieving the sufferings for not just ourselves, but also all sentient beings as well. The next section is a very short one. It's called the Body Mandala. It provides a visualization of the feasts to come for those attending, including deities, spirits, karmic creditors, personal and collective demons, our teachers, and other sentient beings. The main practice, or lujan, or body offering, progresses in the following stages. First stage is called poa. This is the ejecting of our consciousness through the crowns of our heads, and our ejected consciousness will manifest in the form of the Dakini goddess, Ma Vajrayogini, the fierce, divine, feminine Buddha. We will envision ourselves as Vajrayogini, standing over our lifeless body and preparing the white feast of nectar. This will involve visualizing our body being cut up and boiled in a skull cup to produce a wisdom nectar carried to or consumed by its recipients. And these include the peaceful deities, our gurus, saints, benevolent spirits. And this nectar will manifest as appropriate offerings to each of these beings. Puja offerings, food and drink, gold, silver, jewels, silks, medicines. And this is a wonderful time to envision yourself also receiving the medicines that you need at this time for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. The next stage is the red feast of flesh, blood, and bones, presented for the wrathful deities, the malevolent spirits, and our personal and collective demons. The visualization involves our flesh, blood, organs, and bones being laid out on our flayed skins. And here you are invited to visualize your personal demons taking part in this feast. And as a result, these demons being transformed into benevolent light beings, bodhisattvas, our allies. We will then offer the guests of these two feasts in the Gifts of Dharma section. We'll be offering them our altruistic love. And here we show these beings the way to enlightenment, once now that they've been transformed by taking part in the Chod feasts. There'll be a short mantra repetition to generate healing energy. And then there'll be a short reintegration of the Divine Mother and transform beings back into ourselves. There'll be a short silent meditation to rest and integrate the practice fully, and then our closings and benedictions. To punctuate certain parts of the meditation, the ritual will be using the mantra Pay, usually spelled P-H-A-T, but pronounced Pay in its Tibetan form. This mantra means crack or boom, and it's designed to release our intentions into being. We'll also be using three traditional seed syllables, Om, Ah, Hum, which embody the power of the Divine Mother, really in all of her forms. So I invite you now to find a comfortable seated position. Find a position where you can look upon your screen and our Tanka image of Vajrayogini with a relaxed gaze. And I invite you to sit comfortably and breathe deeply and just listen and observe as I give our puja offerings. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Agyam Praticha Hum Sva. We offer water for sipping. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Padyam Praticha Hum Sva. We offer water for washing. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Pushpe Praticha Hum Sva. We offer flowers. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Dupe Praticha Hum Sva. We offer incense. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Aloke Praticha Hum Sva. We offer light. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Navidye Praticha Hum Sva. We offer food. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Gande Praticha Hum Sva. We offer fragrance. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Shabda Praticha Hum Sva. We offer music. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Saparivara Puja Praticha Hum Sva. We offer our devotion. Jema, Jema, Jema. So I invite you now to sit or to lay down comfortably in Shavasana. Either way, I invite you to find a position where your back is straight and your back full and your breath full. As in practicing Shavasana, let your feet be a comfortable distance apart, your toes dropping to either side, your arms at a comfortable distance from your body, your palms of your hands facing upwards. You may want to have something under your knees or under your head or under your lower back, maybe a blanket to cover you. And if you're seated, again, let your back be straight, your chest open. And just take a moment to make any adjustments or micro adjustments that you need so that you can remain still for the next several minutes. It's certainly okay if you need to move to make yourself comfortable in the course of the meditation, but take the time to make yourself so comfortable that it won't be necessary. And then when you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes and breathe deeply. And open yourself and your receptivity to the visualizations and the experience of this practice. And if you wish, I invite you to begin to think about and maybe visualize a personal issue that's currently in need of healing or resolution. And as you breathe deeply, if possible, I invite you to note where this issue resides in your physical body. This could be an area of tension, an area that feels cold or empty, or just somewhere that you feel naturally drawn to. And let this area of your body be your personal focus for your attention, for your breath, and for the energies generated by this practice. And then if it feels right, I invite you to imagine what your personal issue would look like if it were a living being. Let it materialize in front of you. This is your personal demon, which will be fed and transformed into a benevolent light being during the red feast portion of our meditation. So I invite you to notice your demon's appearance, its size, its shape, its color. What is its skin like? Bare skin, fur, scales, feathers. Notice its eyes and their color. Notice its character or demeanor and any sounds that it's making. And then open your awareness to any other characteristics of your personal demon. And then I invite you to just let go of that image for the time being. Let it go and relax and breathe deeply. And let the songs, the mantras, and instruments guide your consciousness. Jai Ma Vajrayogini. Jai Ma Vajrayogini. Jai Ma Vajrayogini. Pay. In the middle of space is a lion throne with a lotus and a sun disk. On this appears the mother of us all, the venerable Vajrayogini. In front of her are the guardian deities. On her right side are the Buddhas. Behind her is the holy Dharma. On her left, the Sangha community. Above her are the root lineage gurus. Surrounding her are the protectors, together with the bodhisattvas. All of these are objects for our refuge. Abide within a tent of rainbow light, amidst a cloud of lustrous blessings. We and all sentient beings, until the achievement of enlightenment, in order to protect us from the fear of our enemy samsara, by our complete and utter trust in you. We go for refuge in the three jewels: Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Pei. The mother of all sentient beings in the 6 realms of existence, who are tormented by sufferings we by ourselves will attain. Unsurpassable, complete enlightenment, and quickly liberate all those beings. Pei. Sri Vajradharma and Vajrayogini, Venerable Naropa, his sons and others, to the protectors and the root lamas, we request you strongly with deep devotion, enlighten our thinking in order to perfect the supreme accomplishments. May we be able to see our own faces, to visualize the absence of all activities. Bless us to be liberated in this very place. Pei. Our flayed skins are spread all about, becoming the golden ground. Our guts are piled up as high as Mount Meru. Our limbs are arranged as the 4 continents. We offer this mandala to please you, venerable guardians. Om Ahom. Pei, pei, pei. The essence of our true selves is Vajrayogini. As a tiny presence within our hearts, holding a curved knife, she shoots out from our crowns into space above us all. Pay! She cuts off the tops of our skulls and places them on a hearth of 3 skulls. Our skull cups are filled with an ocean of our blood and heaps of our flesh, organs, and bones. Pay, pay, pay. Underneath our skull cups moves the wind. The fire blazes and our body parts start to boil. By 3 letters, the Buddha's blessings are drawn into the boiling contents. Om Ahong, Om Ahong, Om Ahong. Pay. All mistakes are transformed and purified into the nectar of wisdom. This wisdom nectar expands, becoming inexhaustible. Om Ahong. Pay. To the glorious Lord of the 100 Buddha families of Vajra Dharma, to the protectors and the root lineage, we offer our undefiled bodies as the nectar of wisdom. Please bestow both the supreme and the common yogic powers to the goddess Vajrayogini, mother of the victorious ones, to the mandalas of the deities of the 4 tantric scriptures. We offer our undefiled bodies as the nectar of wisdom. Please bestow the accomplishments of liberation in this lifetime, of liberation in this lifetime. Om Ahong. Pay. To the gathering of the local gods, Dakas and Dakinis of the sacred places, and to the Dharma protectors who maintain our sacred vows, we offer our undefiled bodies as the nectar of wisdom. Remove all obscuring circumstances and achieve harmonious conditions. Om Ahong. our bodies become the nectar of wisdom for those dwelling in samsara and nirvana. This immeasurable wealth we offer to all the guests high and low, and to those who desire wealth, be satisfied by enjoying our undefiled bodies. Demons, those whom we owe karmic debts, and beings of the six realms, these are the guests of compassion. All of you be satisfied with this ocean of nectar. Your body will become a god, and your mind will become divine consciousness when you are liberated. May you travel with the Dakinis. Om Mahong, Om Mahong, Om Mahong. Pay, pay, pay. I invite you now to envision yourself receiving those medicines that you need most at this time for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. Pay. Again our bodies are suddenly reborn, and collapse, falling down dead. Our skins are spread out completely, covering the ground below us, as chunks of meat mountains, and flesh, blood, fat, and bones, along with our fat, blood, brains, and bloody guts. These are heaped on top of our skins. Pay, pay, pay. O you hosts of mischievous gods and demons of existence, you have great magical power to change into any shape. Since you have that tremendous power, gather here like storm clouds when we give you our bodies, which are very dear to us. Gobble them up completely. Crunch these heaps of flesh and bones. slurp up this great ocean of red blood, and wear our skins as your shawls. If we are not able to give this to you, we are small-hearted yogis. If you are not able to eat this, then you have feeble powers. Exert yourself and display all 9 of your magical powers. Eat up our bodies completely, and do not leave the smallest morsel. Pay! 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 I invite you now to visualize your own personal demon taking part in the red feast of flesh, blood, fat, organs, and bones. And in feasting, being transformed into a benevolent light being. Pay. 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 The nature of the mind has no birth, no ending, and no dwelling. Can anyone threaten our minds, which are like the center of space, since we will definitely have to leave these illusory bodies, giving our bodies at this time is a supreme accumulation. So all of you be satisfied. Pacify all your evil thoughts. Moisten your minds with compassion. Go back to your places now. And please enter the doors of liberation. The offerer, the offering, and the act of offering. From the absolute point of view, all these have no reality. From the relative point of view, cause and effect cannot be denied. The interdependent arising of all things is a wonderful display. Pay. By the power and the merit of this rite, you and all sentient beings who are living in this degenerate age, within the wrathful protectors, the glorious Father Mothers, the Vajra heart will be liberated. Within the glorious Father Mothers, the Vajra heart will be liberated. Pay. ita gate paragate parasam gate bodhisoha. Pei 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 gate paragate parasam gate bodhisoha. Gate paragate parasam gate bodhisoha. Pei 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 gone to the other shore beyond, to enlightenment. Pei. I invite you now to visualize the Venerable Vajrayogini standing upon two bodies, dancing above the crowns of your heads. Surrounding her are the demons, spirits, and ghosts that took part in our feasts, now transformed into benevolent light beings, into bodhisattvas. With the syllable Pei, they shall transform into a sphere of golden light above your heads. Pei. With the next inhalation and the syllable Pei, the sphere will descend through the crown of your heads, down through your central channels, to rest within your heart centers. Pei. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath and let go of the meditation. And allow yourself to rest in a place of stillness and silence, integrating tonight's practice into your being. And so now I invite you to take another deep and clearing breath. And let your awareness begin to return. Hear the sound of my voice and hear any other sounds within your space. And feel the floor below supporting you, whether you are sitting or lying down. And notice the feeling of the clothes on your skin, the temperature of the air upon your face. And slowly begin to move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. Maybe give it a little stretch, but keeping your eyes closed. And if you're lying down, I invite you to very carefully roll over onto one side and just rest for a moment on your side. And then I invite you to engage your arms and your hands to carefully bring yourself up into a seated position. And then slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center, whether you were lying down or whether you were sitting. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And with the palms of your hands together at your heart center, I invite you to breathe into your heart center and feel that divine presence within yourself, knowing she is there always to heal you, to protect you, to guide you. And I also invite you to take a moment and give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight, knowing you can always replay the recording of this broadcast and do this meditation again whenever you have need. And acknowledge that in these days to come, you'll notice any subtle effects that come about from having done this practice. Maybe flashes of insight, maybe some relevant dreams. maybe handling a situation a little bit differently from how you might have previously. Maybe even the right book falling into your hand or the right person coming along who can share important information with you. And then slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Om Ahum. Jai Ma. Thank you. So I hope very much that you enjoyed this. I'd advise you to take some time for some quiet contemplation, maybe meditation as well, for resuming the day or the evening's activities. I'd like to thank Jamie, who is joining live, and anyone else who is joining live this evening. I'd also like to give my thanks to everyone who'll be watching the recording of this broadcast in the future. And I look forward to you joining me Tuesday, 7 p.m. for part 24 of our series, Kali for Everyone. We'll be honoring Siddhi Kali, the Kali of accomplishments. 7 p.m., either live on YouTube, and you're always welcome to join us at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. So have a wonderful night. And I'd also like to thank Maria, who is joining us as well. Thank you. And just have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend ahead. Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma.